posted 2-1 record, losing a heartbreaker last night to the Lady Cats of North Harrison by a final of 38-36. Led most of the game, had a comfortable margin lead at the half, and let us slip away in the second half and fell 38-36 by 2. Had a couple opportunities to win the ball game at the end of the game and couldn't get a knockdown. The Eagles come in, I believe, with a 1-1 record. This will be our second conference game. I believe their first conference game. An important game for us tonight is we need to get in the win column with the conference, and you let one get away. If you want to have a shot to win the conference, you can't let a game like this get away from you tonight. You're in the hole 2 games. Before we get into this matchup, I'll talk a little bit about JV come off a overtime win over here with a 27-24 win. Not much scoring. It was a very physical game. JV battled back from about 8 down to tie it in the last 20 seconds and ended up winning it in overtime 27-28. So, it was basically a defensive effort for them that kept them in the ball game. And, proud of the girls, battled through it. Very physical team that they played tonight. Hard place to play over here at Austin. So talk a little bit about tonight's matchup as the Musketeers will, have to rebound. We got to shoot the ball better is where it comes down to. We're struggling from behind the arc. I believe we're shooting about 10% from behind the three-point line in the first 3 ball games. So, as Coach said last night, you heard it in his voice of disappointment and, the frustrations after that loss of, we're just struggling to shoot the basketball from outside. And Austin's going to come in here tonight, and they're going to pack it inside until we prove we can shoot it. They're going to play a 2-3 zone. They're going to let us shoot it out there until we knock them down. And we got to step up with confidence and shoot it. We got to get something out of our guards. And, we can't rely on Kaya to be our main offensive threat because teams are going to really focus on her going forward. So we got to have our guards step up and score. Not knowing much about Austin, but, Coach Peterson does a fabulous job over here at Austin. He's going to have them ready. He's going to, have a game scheme against us. He was at last weekend's Crawford game, so he's seen us against them. So I know coaches went and seen them once, so it'll be interesting tonight. We never normally play well here. It's a place that we've struggled in the past. 2 years ago, we were over here, and definitely a more talented team we had, and just couldn't knock shots down, and allowed them to come out of here with an overtime win. But last year we got the better of them at home. And we played them a lot later in the season last year due to COVID. So I believe they were in quarantine, and we had to move that game back to the beginning of the year. So, we're back to playing them early, second weekend of the season. So, we hopefully we'll get back in the win column, get things going, as we got a tough stretch here. As this is first 3 on the road. We'll be at our county rival next Friday night, our 3rd straight conference game. And, Salem's another team that feels like they're one of the better teams in the conference and have a chance to win. And, it's a tough place to go to Salem. It's, Jerry Hickey up there has done a fabulous job, had some real good teams here of late. It feels like he's got another opportunity to make a deep run and a shot at the conference. And, we got to come in there ready to go to next Friday night. Then we travel to Floyd Central, added them to the schedule, playing a 4A school. So this is a tough little stretch starting here for the Musketeers as we go on the road for 3 straight, as we're down to about a little under 6 minutes to go here in warm-ups. So talk a little bit about the other things going on in Musketeer Nation. We talked a little bit about it last night. Coach Fribble had his Midnight Madness practice that he's brought with him. Started last year, continued it this year, where they come to the girls' game against North Harrison, and then they stick around and they have a practice at midnight, and then they all go and spend the night, and they come back and practice that morning again. So they practice about 4 or 5 hours in about a 12-hour span. So it's a pretty neat deal he does. It's a bonding thing as well. Talking about the boys, they'll be in action a week from Tuesday as their season opener. They got a scrimmage coming up this Thursday at home against Providence. Kind of work out all the little kinks and stuff he's wanting to see, and see where everybody's at. So it's exciting. The boys basketball team, we're expecting high things out of them, big things out of them. Come away sectional runners up and was really 5 seconds away from being sectional champs last year, having a shot to go to regional and compete, and really outplayed Paley last year, and just unfortunate enough not to come out of there with the sectional title. And it's really motivated these boys in the off season. Coach Fribble was on the radio last weekend with us and talked about how many shots these kids has got up this summer, and the 20,000 club of making shots. He's got 3 guys and one that made almost 40,000. So it's pretty exciting. So we're excited about that. As both teams are getting ready to come back onto the floor. Talk a little bit about the, Austin they're only dressing 8 girls, it looks like, and 3 of those play JV. So, I don't know if quarantine has a little bit to do with them tonight, or if they are, that's just the numbers they have. And 3 of those, with the JV, I know one of them played 4 quarters, one of them played 3, and one played 2. So, the quarters are could become to, a big part. We got to attack them and get them in foul trouble. Try to get to their bench where, they're going to be a little more in trouble, and make them play them girls that just come out of the game and use their quarters up, where when it comes to the end of the game, they don't have, a bench. So it looks like they have 9 now as the ones come back out of the locker room. The Musketeers, talk about what we have. We got only 2 seniors, and McKenna Jeter, and she's done a fabulous job stepping up as the leader on this team and taking over, and really been the motivator of this team. And she is a energizer. She gets after, and she done a fabulous job on the Saunders girl last night from North Harrison. She's a kid that you just can't help but not love, and we appreciate what she's done. And then the other senior is a newcomer to the team this year, and Christina Knight, and she's really become our spark off the bench. Has done a lot of good things the last couple of weekends, and not only defensive pressure, offensively, just making smart decisions. And then we go to a big junior class that we have, and it starts with Kai McKinley. She's a girl that she's methodical, nothing fancy, just does what she does, and she's very very good at what she does. And we were lucky to have her. And then you got her sister, twin sister, who's just opposite. She's hard on the floor, get after it kind of kid, and brings a lot to the table of just effort. And then you got Ava Souter, who's a slasher, get to the rim. She can step out and shoot it. She's playing the 4 and playing a new position here. She's played point guard or guards throughout most of her career, and she's got moved to play into the 4 this year. And she's done a good job. We're able to bring the bigs out and have to guard her where she can get off the dribble. And then you got Madeline Llewellyn, who's finding her way. She's a kid that does the little things for you. And then you got Gracie Lewis, who's a shooter. She steps out and she can knock it down. Want to see Gracie get a little bit aggressive. And the other we got Anna Trueblood, who's hurt right now, who's coming back from setting out a year. she showed improvements from when she played last, of being able to shoot it from outside and all that. And then the two sophomores dressing is, Elizabeth Trueblood, who's just the most athletic kid we have. But we're going to step away and have a national anthem. Be right back with you. All right, welcome back here to Austin High School. We're set to have the starting lineups. All right, we got something. Just had a moment of silence, kind of representing the men and women that serve this country. Nice gesture here by Austin. So now we're set for the starting lineups. First for the home team, the Austin Lady Eagles. A junior, a 5'8" junior, number 3, Mallory Buckle. A 5'7" senior, number 12, Aaron Lee. A 5'10" senior, number 33, Macy Furnish. Another senior, 5'5", number 34, Alexis Harvgavin. And another senior, 5'5", number 55, Tegan Bush. And the coach for the Austin Eagles is Jared Peterson. For the Musketeers, they're going to keep it in the same five they've been going with. Starting at guard, a senior, 5'4", number 20, McKenna Jeter. Her running mate in the backcourt, a junior, 5'6", number 22, Gracie Lewis. A forward, a junior, 5'8", number 24, Madeline Llewellyn. Another forward, a junior, 5'9", number 12, Ava Souter. And the girl in the middle for the Musketeers, a junior, 5'11", forward, number 40, Kaya McKinley. And the coach of the Musketeers is Michael McBride. So as they're finishing up the starting lineups here, hopefully Musketeers get back on a winning track. JV was sluggish, didn't bring much energy, found a way to battle back in the fourth quarter and send it to overtime and get a win. But, looking at this, we have a definite mismatch with, our post. So we talked about it. They're going to hack it inside, so we got to be able to step out and shoot it. I look for us to come out and pressure them, get after it. In the JV game, when we got to pressure them, with Kylie and Elizabeth, they turned them over, got a lot of things going for us. So I think Coach is going to go that way as well. So McKenna set here to jump for the Musketeers. She's going to be jumping against Buckle. So neither team has a true center jumping here, so this is a little more fair for McKenna. But anybody from Eastern knows McKenna can jump out of the gym for her size. So the ball's up, and Musketeers control the tip. Souder on the attack. Goes to the left wing to Madeline Llewellyn. She looks. Goes into Kai. Back out to Souder. Goes back to Llewellyn. She holds it. Goes back to Souder in the corner. Looks inside. Nothing there. Goes to Jeter's top. She comes back to Ava Souder on the left wing. Nothing there. Goes back to Jeter. Goes to Lewis on the right side. Madeline Llewellyn in the right corner. She brings it to the top. Picks her dribble up. Back to Jeter now. Jeter on attack, trying to find something going here. Gives to Souder now on the right wing. Nothing there. She brings it back up top to Gracie Lewis. Gracie Lewis brings it back out. Gives it to Jeter. Going to be a foul on number 3, Buckle, for the Austin Eagles. Her first, team first. So, Musketeers' first possession, they've, been very patient. Kai's only got 1 touch, though. So, here comes the Musketeers looking. They're going to get it into Jeter in the backcourt now. She brings it across the timeline. Coach calls out the offense. Goes to Souder now. Down in the corner to Llewellyn. Goes to Kaya. She's not even looking to score. Back over to Jeter on the right side. We're going to have a kickball. Stay with the Musketeers. So the Musketeers set the inbound on the far side. Nothing there. Going to get it into Jeter. Really possible close to backcourt, but didn't have control of it. Jeter over to Souder. Souder looks to drive. Kicks it to Gracie Lewis. Gracie bringing it back to the top. Goes back to the left side. Drives down the lane. Kicks it out to Jeter. She thought about it. Nothing there. Good patience here by the Musketeers. Trying to get a good shot. Llewellyn looks at Souder in the middle. Drives. Kicks it out to Jeter. She's going to let 3 go from the right wing. And it's no good. Rebound by Buckle. Here comes Furnish now. She's got it up on the right side. Austin's first possession. She goes over to number 33. That's Furnish, and she knocks down a 3 right out of the gate. Didn't waste no time there. Austin went to 3-0 lead with 6.5 to go. Here comes Souder on the attack. Kicks it out to Gracie Lewis. Goes to Jeter. Jeter brings it back to the top. Goes to Llewellyn. Llewellyn top the key. Nothing there. Hits Ava Souder. Got to have it. Got to be quicker. Good right idea on the dump down. Batted back out to Jeter. Over to Llewellyn now. Thought about going to the post. Nothing there. Goes to the post now with Lewis. Back out to Lewis. Back to Llewellyn. Ball's moving around good. Jeter's going to let 3 more go. No good. Ball being batted around. And 34 for the Hargavin. Llewellyn with it now off the turnover. Souder's got to look for the score. Nice move by Souder. She got a left-hand layup. Musketeers going to show pressure. Hargrave with it. Goes over to number 55. That's Bush. She's going to bring it up now. Being pressured. Hargrave over it now. Gets it back. Goes to Lee. Over to Buckle. Buckle looking. Comes up to Hargrave. Hargrave looking. Goes over to Furnish. Thought about it. Shot fake. Drive. Dumps it down to Bush. She goes up for 2. And going to draw a foul on Kaya Mckinley. So, good ball movement by the Lady Eagles. So, Bush going to step to the line. Have 2 shots. Kaya's got her first foul, team first. First one's up. And good. That'll push the lead back to 2. She'll have 1 more here. And it's no good. Rebounded by Llewellyn. Over to Jeter. She's on the push. Goes to Souder. She drives baseline. Kicks it out to Llewellyn. Over to Gracie Lewis. She drives back to Llewellyn. Goes to Souder in the corner. Passing is horrible by the Musketeers. Now this is kind of, what I've seen in the JV game. We're just out of sync. So here comes Hargrave. Being guarded by Jeter. I'd like to see her really pressure her a little bit. Now Buckle with it on the far left side. Comes back off to Hargrave. Goes over to Furnish. Back to Buckle. Buckle being guarded. Gives back to Hargrave. Call out the play. Goes to Bush now. We got him pushed out pretty far. Going to be an over and back call. So Musketeers get the turnover. Well, into Jeter now. Jeter goes to Souter. Souter looks. We're just sluggish, moving the basketball, not looking to really attack. Hit Kai in the middle. She goes to the rim. That's a good move right there. She gets it. 4:14 to go. Musketeers tied up 4-4. Musketeers showing man-to-man pressure. Comes into Furnish. She gives it to Hargrave. He's going to clear it out. Tell her to bring it up. Throws it to head to Furnish. She goes up, dump down to Buckle. A little pump fake. Up, no good. Rebound, Llewellyn. Got lucky there. Here come the Musketeers. Jeter on the push now. Looks to attack, goes to Lewis. Now, Gracie's got to start looking at the rim and want to score. Ava being guarded, pushed out. Madeline Llewellyn with it on the left side. Looks to Kaya. She's going to turn it over. Here comes Hargrave on the attack. Being picked up by Llewellyn. Now it goes over to Lee. Back to Buckle. Buckle on the drive, and they're going to get possibly Kaya with her second foul. Waiting for the call here. Nope, they're going to give it to Gracie Lewis. So fortunate for the Musketeers. Kaya didn't get her second. And I'm being joined at this moment with 3:30 to go in the first quarter. Chase Fad has stepped onto the microphone for his first action of 21. Chase, good to have you.
Thanks.
So, first one's no good by Buckle. Second one's up and rattles it in. So, checking in, number 25, Hawkins for Buckle. And she played some JV. She played a quarter of JV. She's a good player. She's going to be tough to handle. Souter with it at the top. Goes to Gracie Lewis on the right wing. She's dribbling. Getting hatted. Turns it over. And here comes. Then the Musketeers get it back. Up to Llewellyn. Back to Jeter. Jeter on attack. Goes to Gracie Lewis. Jeter with it. Llewellyn's going to let three go. No good. Rebound, Gracie Lewis. She throws it out to Jeter. Llewellyn with it on the left wing now. Goes to Souter in the corner. Goes back to Jeter. Comes to the top to Lewis. Back to Llewellyn on the right wing now. Get past to Jeter. They had Kaya with a little better pass, but we got a kick ball. They'll stay with the Musketeers as they trail 5-4 with 2:45 to go in the first quarter. So Jeter sets the inbound. It hits Souter. Souter gets it. Let's kick it out to Llewellyn. Goes to Jeter in the right corner. She brings it back to the top. Goes over to Gracie Lewis now. Gracie looks back to Jeter on the right side. Into the corner to Souter on the right side. She drives. Nothing there. Back to Gracie Lewis. To Llewellyn on the left wing. Gets the high post. Kick it out. Gracie Lewis. She's going to let three go from the right wing and got it. Good to see that from Gracie. Good kick out by Kaya. So the Musketeers with a 7-5 lead. Here comes Hargrave being guarded by Jeter. Really pressuring her. It's going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay with Austin. McKenna finally got a little pressure on her. So it'd be Austin ball. Chase, what do you think so far?
I think Gracie really needed that three just to go in, give some confidence.
Yeah, I agree with you. So here comes Austin. Hopkins with it now, being guarded by Llewellyn. Goes to Lee. Lee brings it back to the top off the screen. Ball loose, goes over to Furnish. Comes off the screen, back to the top, gives it to Hawkins now at the top. Back to Bush now, looks at the post. Furnish drives on Gracie Lewis. And Gracie Lewis is going to pick up her second foul. So it looks like Christina Knight's going to check in for Gracie, which, was a bad break because she just knocked down a three. And, so Furnish will have 2 free throws with 1:50 to go here in the first quarter. 7-5 Musketeer lead. First one's up, and it rattles in. What I thought, Christina's going to check in for Gracie. So Furnish will have one more, 7-6 Musketeer lead. Second one's up, and it's good. Tie ball game. Here we go with the Musketeers now, bringing it on the push. Jeter, back to Souter now. Goes to Llewellyn. Looking, goes to Knight on the right side. She goes to the right corner to Souter. Looks to the inside, nothing there. Back to Jeter. Goes to the left wing to Llewellyn. She picks it up, goes to Knight. Knight drags, comes up, goes to the right side now. Comes back to Knight on the left wing. Tries to throw one, which is a pass that probably wouldn't have got through. But fortunate.
I think we just need to get a little bit crisper practice. We're being lazy on our passes.
So, I agree, Chase. We're just kind of in the motion there, passing it around. So, Souter sets inbound and gets it to Jeter. Jeter at the top. Coach wants a play called, so he goes to Knight now, comes back to Souter. Back to Llewellyn, goes to Jeter in the corner. She thought about it, brings it back up to the top. Goes to Knight now on the right side. Llewellyn, a right wing, comes up. Nothing there, goes to Jeter at the top. Goes to Knight on the left wing. Skip pass over to Llewellyn on the right wing. Looks to Kai, she's going to drop down, she's going to get fouled. That'll be Austin's second team foul. And that's Hawkins' first team foul, or personal foul. So Kai Mckinley going to step to the line with 57.9 seconds to go in the first quarter. 2 free throws. Eyes the first one, and it's short. Buckle set, check back in. She's going to give Bush a break. So Kai with one more. Try to give the Musketeers the lead here. Second one's up and no good. Here comes Hargrave on the push. Gets it up to Fernie. She gathers it in. Hargrave on the drive. Dumps it down to Buckle, and he's going to call a kickball. So it's going to stay with Austin. Kind of questionable call there, but it's going to stay with Austin anyway. So Lee sets to inbound it. Goes to Fernie. She's going to let 3 go from the right wing, and it's no good. Jeter comes down with the rebound. She's on the push up to Knight. Knight on the attack. Little pull up, and it's way off. So here comes Hawkins now. Knight steals it, goes in, and gets fouled, and can't make the layup. That's Hawkins' second foul. Be their third team foul. So Christina's going to step to the line for 2 free throws. So the first one is up and good. Owsley is going to check in for Hawkins. Second one by Knight is no good. Ball battled around. And Ty McKinley on the fourth. He gets it and gives it to Jeter. Jeter gets it back out. 20 seconds to go here in the quarter. Llewellyn with it now. Goes to Knight on the left wing. Skip past to Jeter on the right side. Back to the top. Goes to Knight on the left wing. Goes to Jeter. Under 5. We got 5 seconds, and we're going to have a ball deflection. So I'll stay with the Musketeers. Kaylee McKinley set to check in, and she's going to give her sister a break here. Throws it in the Knight. Jeter's going to let 3 go from the right wing, and it's no good. So at the end of the first quarter, the Musketeers with an 8-7 lead. So, Chase, what did you think of that first half there?
I think we can finish our layups here. Take deep breath. Just not. I feel like they're thinking that they're gonna get fouled, and they're not focused on finishing. So
I'm gonna go. We're gonna get away from the game here. I want to ask you a question here. So you had your first week of basketball. What'd you think of it so far?
I feel like we got a very good team this year. We won a lot of games.
What about your coach?
He's okay.
Yeah, that's better than what I thought you'd say about him. But, I'm fortunate enough I get to coach Chase this year. We had our first week of basketball and excited to coach these young boys. Excited about it. So, ball set down here. Musketeers with it. These officials ain't messing around. Souter with it now. Goes over to Llewellyn on the left wing. Goes to Jeter in the corner. Drag dribble up. Goes to Knight on the right wing. She's got 3 go. And got it. Knight come in and sparked us with four points here to push us out to 11-7 lead. Buckle with it now for the Lady Eagles. Goes back to Hargrave. Hargrave still on a dribble, being guarded by Jeter. Now goes to Buckle inside the post. Ball deflected out by Kaylee. Now here's Hargrave on the drive. Kicks it over to Fernie. She's going to let 3 go. No good. Rebound by Souter. She's going to give it to Jeter. Here comes Jeter up the left side to Llewellyn now. Llewellyn looking, nothing there. Looking for help. Goes to Souter now. She goes over to Knight. McKenna now back to Knight. Knight with the shot fake. Dribble. Kicks it over to Llewellyn. Nothing there. Goes to Knight. Goes to Jeter now. It's Ava. She's going to take a little 12-footer. Wasn't ready to shoot that. Knight's going to let 3 more go from the top. No good. Rebound McKenna. McKenna looking for help. Kicks it out to Llewellyn now. And she just throws it into the crowd. So set the check in for the Eagles. Coming out is Owsley and Lee. And in for the Eagles is Baker and Collins. In for the Musketeers is Kaya back into the game for Llewellyn. Here comes Hargrave being guarded by Jeter. She's all over. They go into Baker. She goes up. No good. Kaya comes down with it. Gives it to Jeter. Jeter on the push now at the left side. Goes to Kaya at the top. Hits her sister out on the baseline. She's going to drive. Kicks it out to Jeter. Goes to the corner to Ava Souter in the corner. She's going to let 3 go. It's no good. Rebound by Knight. She's going to go up and lay it in. So we're going to have a timeout here by the Lady Eagles as the Musketeers. Really a Christina Knight run as it's a 6-0 run by her. So checking in here at this timeout is going to be Hawkins for the Lady Eagles. The 30-second timeout. So, a good last few minutes here for the Musketeers. Christina's done a great job of giving us a spark like we talked about at the pregame. So we just got to continue to, eliminate our turnovers. That's been our downfall right now, is just turning the basketball over, unforced turnovers at that. So Austin going to inbound it. Musketeers showing pressure. Furnish on the run out. Musketeers back. Christina Knight comes from behind and blocks the 3-point shot by Furnish. So Coach Peterson wanting to foul. Unfortunate. Here's Hawkins. She's going to let a long 2 go, and it is no good. Ball battle for. Going to stay with the Lady Eagles. So Buckle set the inbound it for the Lady Eagles. Buckle looking. She's going to inbound it to Collins, who's being guarded by Knight. Knight's really hounding her. She's going to get called with the foul. And, that's the one thing. I like her defensive effort, but when she gets a foul called, she kind of hops around, and she's got to eliminate that. You get some officials that's going to get her a technical on that kind of stuff. Just play the game. They call the foul, agree or disagree. Still by Jeter. Jeter on the attack. She goes to the right side, goes up with it, no good. Kaylee Mckinley with it, no good. Rebounds her own miss, kicks it out to Knight. Knight thought about it, kicks it to Kaylee in the corner. She drives baseline, nothing there. Goes to Knight. She's going to let 3 go from the left wing, and it's short. Gets her own rebound. Kaylee drives baseline, hits her sister. Kaya going to get a foul called on the Eagles. Kaya's going to go to the line for 2. Fouls on Baker. Be her first. Team 4th. And they're letting them play. I mean, on both ends. So Bush sets the check back in for the Eagles. The first is good by Mckinley. 5:27, to go here in the first half. Musketeers with a 14-7 lead as Bush is checked in for Baker now. Second one up, and it's good. 15-7, Musketeer lead. Here comes Hawkins now, being guarded by Jeter. Here she comes across, goes over to Bush. Bush picks it back up, goes to Hawkins now. Over to Furnish, back to Hawkins, goes to Collins now, back to Buckle. Back to Hawkins, goes over to Collins on the right wing. Back to Hawkins at the top, Furnish on the left wing, thought about it. Now she's trying to drive on Kaylee. Kicks it out to Buckle. Buckle on the drive now. Kicks it out. Bush, shot fake, gives it to Hawkins. Now back over to Buckles on the right side. Going to have a 5-second count. Good defense by the Musketeers there. Hargrave set the check in for Collins now for the Lady Eagles. Kaylee McKinley inbounds it to Jeter. Jeter tried to get everybody where she wants them on the offensive end here. Jeter hands it off to Christina. Christina, lazy pass to Kaylee, but we get it. Goes back to Christina. Thought about a 30-footer. And then air mails it out of bounds. You know, there's the unforced turnovers that's driving Coach crazy right now. So Hawkins checks out and Lee back in. Chase, what do you think so far? We're up 15-7.
Like on the lazy passes, last 2, we've just been throwing it.
Still by Souter. Here comes Souter on the attack. Splits through the defender and gonna get an offensive foul on Souter. I can't believe that one. Both coaches unhappy with the officiating. They both have the right, you know. It's both ways are not getting the calls they probably should, but so Bush with it, and she's going to throw it out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Musketeers. So the Musketeers with 4:08 to go here in the half with a 15-7 lead to inbound underneath their own basket.
Both teams are getting pressured really good and making.
Souter lets 3 go. She got it off the inbound. 18-7. Sorry, Chase. We're going to have a timeout here with 4:02 to go in the half as the Musketeers stretch just out to 11-point lead. So good shot. That's good to see Avon knock one down. It'll be a 30-second timeout again. So, you know, get good minutes off the bench tonight, Chase.
I feel like Christina came off the bench, not starting, and kind of like this thing up here.
Yeah, she's really sparked us. So Musketeers going to stay in that press, it looks like, as they come out of the timeout. The Lady Eagles set to inbound it. Bush set to inbound it. Goes to Hargrave in the corner. She's being double teamed. Bush with it. Hargrave over to Furnish. Furnish on the drive. Goes up with it, no good. Rebound, Kaylee McKinley. Jeter with it now. Now we got numbers. 5-4 up to Knight. And she turns it over. Here comes Hargrave on the attack. Going to go to Furnish on the right wing for 3. It's an air ball. Saved. Souter with it now. She's going to slow it up, get everybody with it, gives it back to McKenna now. Coach wanting her to attack in the middle. Nothing there. Goes to Souter, goes to Kaylee on the left wing. She just slips and falls. There's another turnover. Getting sloppy here towards the end of the first half. Lee with it. Now she's looking to drive. Nothing there. Goes to Buckle. Buckle back to Hargrave. And we've got an official timeout to tie an ankle brace. So set the check back in as Hawkins for Bush. Coach McBride's wanting him to check the floor for a slick spot down there where Kaylee slipped. So they're getting a towel. There is a wet spot there. So looks like Kaylee's all right. That's a good thing. So the ball gets inbound to Hargrave. Here comes across the timeline. Coaches want a little more defensive pressure. Goes to Hawkins. She's being guarded by Knight. Goes by her. Buckle's going to let a long three go. No good. Rebounded by Kaylee. She gives it to Jeter. Jeter on the attack now. Up to Ava on the left side. Oh, they had Kai if they'd have looked. They go to Kai now. She kicks it out to Jeter. Goes to the corner to Ava. Ava back up to Jeter now. Jeter goes to the right side to Knight. Knight back to Jeter. Goes over to Souter. Hits Kai. Back to Kaylee. Back to Souter. Back to Jeter. Back to Souter. She thought about it. Hits Kaya. She hits Kaylee. Kaylee kicks it out for three for the wing. It's Christina. No good. Ball being battled for. Souter comes down with it. Goes to Jeter. Little over 2 to go. Here goes Kaya. Back to Kaylee. Nothing there. Souter with it now. Goes to Christina with it on the right side. Skip pass over to Ava. Hits the Kaya. She's going to draw the foul and go to the line for 2. So Musketeers with an 18-7 lead. Kaya stepped into the line, tried to push that lead out to 13. Foul will be on number 12, Lee. Her first, team fifth. So first one's up, and it's no good. Baker checks in for Buckle. So second one's up, and good. So 19-7 lead. Lee throws it into Furnish. Souter trying to steal it. She's going to get called for a foul. So that'll be the Musketeers' 16th foul. Next one will send the Lady Eagles to the line for the 1-on-1. That's Ava's second. Coach is going to leave her, it looks like. Here comes Hargraves. Hawkins now. Hawkins on the attack to Lee. Back to Hawkins now. To Hargrave. She's being guarded. Back up to Lee. Hargrave with it. You know, a lot of pressure. Hawkins with a nice move. And we're going to get Knight with the foul. Be a 1-on-1, I believe. So Llewellyn's checking in for Souter.
Minute 40 left in the first half.
So 1:40 to go here in the half. Musketeers with a 12-point lead. The first shot's up by Hawkins is good. You know, she's just a freshman, so, you know, good things from her here in a varsity game, so it's good things for Coach Peterson. Get the second one. She's impressed me so far as a freshman, playing some good quality minutes. Eagles in a 1-3-1 zone. Not really trapping out of it. Jeter with it, goes to Llewellyn. They're trapping on the wings. There's going to be a turnover. No, ball loose. Kaylee comes, gets it to Knight. Good hustle by Kaylee. Knight with it. Jeter now goes to Llewellyn. Llewellyn's got to be strong with it. And ball deflected out of bounds with 1:07 to go. 10-point lead for the Musketeers. Musketeers kind of out of sorts here with this new defense that the Eagles are throwing at them. Throws it inbounds to Jeter now. Goes to Christina on the left wing. She thought about it, goes back to Jeter. Jeter on the attack. Kaya loses it, picks it back up, and got it. Hawkins with it now, being guarded by Knight. She's on the attack on the left side. Goes to Hargrave. Hargrave comes off the pick, nothing there. Hands it back off to Hawkins. Goes to Lee at the top. Lee looks, drives down the left side, going to throw one up. No good. Rebounded by Kaya. Gives it to Jeter. Jeter coming up with 30 seconds to go here in the half. Coach wants the final shot of the half. Jeter still with it on the right side. Goes to Knight on the left wing. Down to Kaylee. Back to Knight. Got 10 to go here now. Coach has got him in an offense. Knight with it. Hits Kaylee. She drives. Kicks it to there. Got to let it go. Going to let 3 go from the left wing. And got it. Is Knight with her second 3. So the Musketeers at the half with a 24-9 lead. So good first half. We'll step away and be back here with the halftime show in just a few minutes. All right, welcome back here. A little over 3 minutes left in the halftime as both teams have stepped onto the floor now. Slow start for the Musketeers. And finally got going a little bit and got a huge spark off the bench by Christina Knight coming in and knocking down a couple threes. We've already hit more threes in the first half of this game as we have in any game so far this season. So that's a plus for the Musketeers. And we're eliminating them to one shot and out. I mean, we've done a great job on the boards. We've pressured them. It's a physical game. The officials ain't calling much at all. Both coaches, can agree on that. And, that's just part of the game. Sometimes you get that. Sometimes you get officials that calls it really tight and all that. So we just got to play through it. You got to adjust to how they're calling it and move on. So scoring for the first half so far for the Lady Eagles. Buckle with 1, Hawkins with 2, Furnish with 5, and Bush with 1. For a total of 9 points. They have 1 3-point field goal, and the rest come from the free throw line where they are 6 of 8. For the Lady Musketeers, Souter with 5, Lewis with a 3. Kaya Mckinley with 7, and Christina leading the way off the bench with 9. Musketeers are 4 of 8 from the free throw line. Got to do a better job there. And then also they have knocked down 4 threes, like I said. So a lot better shooting performance for the Musketeers so far. We've got to continue to keep it up. It's important to come out here in these first 3-4 minutes and, no let-ups. Chase, what's your thoughts on the first half?
I feel like we were very good in the first quarter. We started getting lazy in second. Both teams were pressured, were very good. Just started making not very good mistakes.
So yeah, I mean the one downfall I would say in the first half of the Musketeers is just the unforced turnovers. They probably had 4 or 5 unforced turnovers that they just threw it to the crowd or out of bounds, thinking somebody was going to be there, and just not very good decision making. So that's the one downfall for the Musketeers. I'm sure Coach addressed, and he's going to try to get them to correct here in the second half. As the Musketeers, I believe, with a 24-9 lead here at the half, 15-point lead for them, as a coach, your thing is you've got 4 segments here. You play this in 4 4-minute segments. At the first 4 minutes here, halfway through the third, you want to have this pushed out to about a 20-point lead. Into the third, you want to have a 23, 24-point lead, and kind of puts it down in their heads. They're coming back and kind of have the game over with by then. So it'll be Lady Eagles basketball as both teams are going with starters. Goes to Lee on the left side. Musketeers trapping. Goes back to Hargrave. Going to throw it underneath the buckle. She's going to get a wide open 2 out of it. So here comes Jeter. Comes up, looks to attack, hands it back to Souter. Souter thought about it. She goes on a drive, goes inside, a little runner, no good. Ball batted around. Ball's loose, and we're going to have a jump ball. Should be Musketeer ball. So Jeter set the inbounder here. 24-11. Musketeer leads. Into Souter now. Souter looks, goes to Jeter now on the left side. Goes to Llewellyn in the corner. Skip pass over to Souter. She thought about it. Nothing there. Goes to Ty at the top. Goes to Jeter now. Goes back to Souter. Souter looking. Skips it over to Llewellyn. Back to Jeter. She don't even look at the rim. Got to look at the rim. Make him guard you. Out to Jeter now. Back to Souter. Souter thought about going to the corner. Jeter with it. Goes to Llewellyn. Nothing in the post. Skips it to Souter. Souter goes to Gracie Lewis. She drives the baseline. Skip past Llewellyn. She's going to let 3 go. No good. Rebound by Gracie Lewis. Gets it back out to Souter now. Jeter on the attack. Kicks it to Gracie Lewis. She's going to let 3 go. No good. Ball deflected. Going to go to the Lady Eagles. So Musketeers going to show pressure again. Stay in that press. They work there to their advantage here in the second quarter. Hargrave with it. She gives it to Bush. Bush brings it up now, being guarded by Kai. Goes to Buckle right across the timeline. Goes to Lee now, being guarded by Souter. Goes back to Hargrave. Hargrave with it. Goes to Lee, being guarded by Souter. Back to Furnish now. Goes over to Hargrave on the left wing. She comes off pick, nothing there. They're going to get a foul on Madeline Llewellyn. That'll be team first. Her first. So set the inbounder here on the near sideline is Lee. Goes to Furnish in the corner. Ball slapped away from him, gets it back. Lee with it now, goes to Hargrave. Hargrave goes to the right wing. Kaya jumps the screen, ball deflected. Ava Sider comes up with it. Here comes McKenna on the push. There goes to Sider. Sider thought about it, goes to the corner to Gracie Lewis. Sider cuts through. Goes to Jeter. Llewellyn bobbles it, picks it back up, goes to Jeter now. Goes to Gracie Lewis, goes to the corner to Sider. Sider looks on the post, nothing there. Goes to Llewellyn. Back to Kai at the top. She tries to go through. They're going to get an offensive foul on Kai. I don't really. There was a travel I saw before an offensive foul, but either way, Austin comes and gets the ball back. Bush with it now. That's Kai's second, team second. Hargrave with it. Coming up, being guarded by Jeter. Hargrave with it. Hands it off to Lee. She drives. Gonna let Furnish. She lets three go. No good. Rebounded by Gracie Lewis. Gracie Lewis bringing it up to Sider. Sider back to Lewis. Goes to Jeter on the right wing. Jeter brings dribble on the dribble back to the top. Spins, goes back to the right side to Llewellyn. Hits Kaya. Kaya with a nice move. Goes up. No good. Sider with the offensive rebound and puts it back in. 26-11. Musketeer lead with 5 minutes to go here in the third. Jeter with the steal and couldn't save it. Good hustle. Hawkins checking in the game for Bush. Hawkins looking to inbound. Goes to Hargrave. Back to Hawkins now. Back to Hargrave. Hargrave up the right side. Stops. Thought about it. Hits Lee in the middle of the floor. There's Furnish. She drives baseline. Right around Llewellyn. Lays it in. Here comes Jeter. Now with Llewellyn. Kyle loses it. Kicks it back out to Llewellyn. Skip pass over to Sider. Sider on the drive. Kicks it out to Jeter. She's going to let three go. No good. In and out. Ball tapped out. Here comes the Eagles. Furnish with it. Back to Hargrave. Goes over to Lee. Hargrave on the drive. Gives it to Hawkins. Hawkins drives. Nothing there. Furnish drives now. Hawkins with it on the drive. Kicks it to Buckle. She shot fake drive. They're going to get Kai for her third, I believe. So Musketeers set the check two in. Kaylee going to get Kaya. She's got her third foul. And then Christina's going to get Llewellyn. So Austin inbound underneath their own basket. Buckle's going to get fouled by Kaylee. Buckle will go line for two now. The Musketeers kind of, repeat of last night. Just a sluggish start here to the second half. So that'll be Kaylee McKinley's first. We already got 14 fouls halfway here through the first 4 minutes. We talked about this segment, and we lost points instead of increased it. The first one's good by Buckle. That'll make it 26-14. She's set for her second. Lets it go. And it's good. 26-15, 11-point lead for the Musketeers. 1-2-2, three-quarter pressure by the Eagles. Sider with it. She's going to fight for it, needing help. And Coach McBride's going to call a timeout to help her. So it's going to be a 30-second timeout with 3:50 here to go in the third quarter. Musketeers holding to an 11-point lead. Coach is trying to get the girls fired up. They come out of the locker room a little sluggish. Not the same intensity they had going into the locker room. On the flip side, Austin's come out with a little more intensity looking to score. So kind of just save the possession and a little motivator on that timeout for Coach McBride. Austin, I'm sure, will be changing it up and then go right back to that is what I think Coach Peterson will do. So Souder into Jeter now. Musketeers really having trouble with this 1-2-2. There's Jeter over to Gracie Lewis inside to Kaylee. She goes up for two and got it. Musketeers pressing. Still by Souder. She goes up. Probably got fouled. No call. Going to go with Austin. Austin's ball. Coach McBride asking for a foul. Didn't get it. Hawkins inbound it. Can't get it in. Dives in the lead. Gives it back to Hawkins. She's going to come up to the left side. She's on the attack. Dumps it down to Buckle. Still. Kaylee gets it. Gives it to Souder now. Souder on the attack. Goes between them and going to get fouled and go up for have two free throws now. That'll be Lee with her foul, her second, team first. Ava does a great job of splitting the defenders when she's driving and getting to the rim. That's what she did there. So Souder's first one is up and good. Baker and Collins check in for Buckle and Hargrave. Second one's up, and it's long. No good. Rebound by Hawkins. She goes to Lee. Back to Hawkins now. Barney shot fake. A little runner. No good. Rebound by Jeter. Jeter on the push on the right side. Brings it back to the middle of the floor. Looks to go right side. Kicks it to Christina. She thought about it. Goes to Souder now. Gracie Lewis hits Kaylee. She's fumbling it around. Loses it. Picked up by Austin. Here comes Lee. She's up to Hawkins now. Hawkins on the attack for the Lady Eagles. She's being guarded by Gracie Lewis out here at the top. Get the double screen. And we're going to have a jump ball. And it's going to stay with Austin. 29-15 with 2:35 to go here in the third. Musketeer lead. It'll be Austin ball on the far sideline. Hawkins set to inbound it. Trying to get it in, gets it in the backcourt to Furnish. Back to Hawkins now. Hawkins being guarded, throws it into Baker, stolen by Kaylee. Kaylee trying to break the pressure. She's going 1-on-5, kicks it out to Souder now. Souder back to Jeter, goes to Gracie Lewis, goes to Christina now. Back to Gracie. Back to Jeter. Coach calls out a play, goes to Gracie Lewis there. Comes back to the top, goes to Jeter. On the right side, Jeter back to the top to Gracie. Go over to Christina. Hits Kaylee. Hits Ava. Ava loses it, and it's going to stay with the Musketeers. Now, the spacing's just not quite as good there on the baseline to the high post. So now Hargrave checks back in for Furnish. Christina gets it into Souder. Goes to Gracie Lewis. Back to Christina on the left wing. Comes back to the top to Gracie. Goes to Jeter on the right wing. Hits Kaylee. Going to be a foul on Baker for the Eagles. That'll be her. So that's her second. Team second. Into Souder. Souder drives. Kicks it out to Jeter. Thought about it. Brings it back to the top of the Knight. Goes to the right side to Lewis. Lewis goes back to Knight. Back to Lewis. To Souder. Souder brings it back to Knight. Knight on the drive now. Kicks it over to Lewis. Back to Jeter. Goes to Knight. Hits Souder. Souder kicks it over to Gracie Lewis. She's going to let 3 go. Got it. That's 2 for Gracie Lewis tonight. So that'll push it to a 32-15 lead with 1:19 to go in the third. Here's Hargrave. Goes back to Lee now. Hawkins with it now. She's going to drive down the left side. Dumps it down to Baker, deflected. Here comes Souter. Got to have her head up. Got numbers. Gives it to Kaylee. McKenna's going to let 3 go from the right side. Rattles in and out. Rebound Baker, and she's going to lose it, and it's going to stay with the Musketeers. Coach Peterson begging for a foul call. Into Souter now. She drives, kicks it down to Kaylee. She's going to go up and draw the foul, and she's going to have 2 free throws now. And the foul is on Lee. That'll be her third, team third. For the Musketeers on this second session here, the third quarter is kind of stretching it out. First one's good by Kaylee. Colin and Baker, Baker and Lee out. Buckle and Bush back in for the Lady Eagles. Second one's up by Kaylee. It's no good. Tracked down by Souter. Goes to Knight. Goes to Jeter. Back to Lewis. Back to Jeter now. Goes to Christina. Christina to Souter. Souter looks. Goes to Jeter. Goes to Lewis. Goes to Souter in the corner. Goes into Kaylee. Kicks it out to Jeter. Goes back to Ava now. Back to Jeter to Christina. To Lewis. Goes to Souter. Into Kaylee. She goes up and got it. 35-15 Musketeer lead. Hargrave was it, gives it to Hawkins. Back to Hargrave. Back to Hawkins. Neither one of them want to bring it up. Here comes Hawkins now. Double team coming. Gives it to Hargrave. She looks to drive, being picked up. And turnover as Collins was on the line when she caught it. So 7.8, 20-point lead for the Musketeers. Here comes Jeter with under 5 now. Kicks it to Souter. Drives, kicks it to Lewis. Not going to get a shot off. Coach ain't going to be happy about that. So at the end of the third quarter, the Musketeers lead 35-15, stretching it out to a 20-point lead. Chase, what did you think about that third quarter?
I felt like our pressing really has got us the ball more. Kind of after Coach McBride called that timeout, we came out looking to score more.
Yeah, I agree with you. We've moved the basketball. We've got the ball on, in the post. We've been able to score. So, and the shot selection we're getting is a lot better. We passed up shots, in my opinion. And but we're moving the basketball, being patient, and then looking to the baseline and, the post after that. So it'll be the Musketeers' ball here to start the fourth quarter. On the floor for the Musketeers, Souter, Lewis, Jeter, Kaylee McKinley, and Knight. For the Lady Eagles, Collins, Hargrave, Hawkins, Bush, and Buckle. Into Jeter. She goes to Knight. Knight drives on the right side. Goes to Souter on a baseline. Back to Knight now. Skip pass over to Lewis. Back to Jeter. Bounce stolen. She gets it. Back to Knight. Skips it over to Lewis. Back to Jeter. Back to Knight. Goes to Souter in the corner. Souter trying to get it in the post. Goes to Jeter. Gracie Lewis. Now comes back up to Jeter. Back to Knight. Back to Jeter. Back to Lewis. Here's Souter in the corner with it. Comes back to the top to Jeter. Back to Knight. Over to Lewis. Hits the short corner to Souter. Nothing there. Comes back out to Lewis. Goes to Knight. Goes to Jeter. Hits Kaylee, who hits Ava. Goes up for 2. No good. Gets a rebound. Ball being battled for, and it's going to get a foul on Ava Souter. That's going to be her third, I believe, team fifth. So 7:06 to go in the ball game. 35-15 Musketeer lead. Hawkins being double teamed. Buckle with it now. Looking. There's the Bush. Back to Hawkins. She crosses the timeline. Gracie Lewis on her being very aggressive. Now Hargrave with it. She's looking. Dribbles to the right side. Gives it to Collins. She drives down the lane. And she's going to get fouled. And go to the line for two. Christina Knight on the foul. That's her third. Team sixth. So Collins at the line for two. First one's up. And no good. Ty Mckinley checking back in for Christina. Second one's up and rattles it home. Jeter with it.
Little pressure.
Goes to, little pressure. Kaylee dribbles across the timeline and she's going to get bailed out with the foul. See who the foul's on. Collins for the Lady Eagles. That'll be her first, team fourth.
Haley checks it, bring it in. Here, cross timeline. To Ava. Now to Kaylee. Now to Gracie. Almost turnover there. Kaylee lays it in.
37-16 now. Here comes Hawkins. About loses it. See, now she does. Here comes Gracie Lewis on the attack. Picks her dribble up. Looks for help. She's going to get called for a travel. Furnish and Lee check in for Buckle and Bush. So Austin ball. 6:01 to go here in the ball game. Steal by Kaylee. Goes up. No good. Gets a rebound. Bats it. And it's out of bounds. And it's going to go to the Lady Eagles. Kaylee's playing hard. Doing a good job. Into Hawkins. Hawkins back to Lee. Stops. Comes across the timeline now. Goes to Collins in the corner. Back out to Lee. She's going to let three go. No good. Rebound, Kaya. Gets it up to Ava now. Ava on the left side on the drive. Kicks it out to Kaylee. She thought about it. Drives. Goes up now and got it.
If I'm pressing Kaylee right now, I want to be smart because you got 6 fouls, and then if you get one more, it's 1-1.
Yep. So 39-16, Musketeer lead. Lee's going to let another one go. Grazes the front iron. Now at the Hargrave off the rebound, no good. Picked out by Hawkins. Furnish, she loses it. Gracie Lewis picks it up. She's on the attack. Goes up, no good. Picked up by Kaya, no good. She's going to go up again. Got it in a foul. She's going to have a chance for a three-point play here. So Lee with the foul for the Lady Eagles. That'll be her fourth. Team fifth. As Baker set to check in for her now. 4:56 to go in the ball game, and the Musketeers have stretched just out to a 25-point lead. So Kaya set to try to complete the three-point play. It's up and good. Here comes Hargrave. Coach is trying to get him to back the fresh off. Goes to Lee now. Goes into Baker. Baker goes up, no good. Ball batted around. Ava Sider going to have it, and it's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to stay with Austin. So So Austin inbound underneath their own basket. Lee inbounds it. Looks for Furnish. She's going to let three go. No good. Long rebound to Gracie Lewis. Gives it to Jeter now. Jeter on the attack. Up to Ava. It's Kaya. Goes to the corner to Kaylee. She thought about it. She drives. Going to go up the little jumper. No good. Gives it to Baker. Now it's back to Hargrave. She comes across the timeline. Over 4 to go. Just a little over 4 to go in the game. Hargrave on the drive and got it. Nice move there by her. Here comes Jeter. Jeter with it. Picks it up. Almost a turnover, and it is going to be a turnover. So here comes Buckle. She's getting Baker. Madeline's checking in for Gracie Lewis. So here's Austin, sets inbound. It goes to Hargrave as she walks it across the timeline. Under 4 now to go in the ball game. 24-point lead for the Musketeers. Here comes Hargrave off the ball screen. Nothing there. Goes to Hawkins. Hawkins off the ball screen. Drives in the middle. Going to get a bump. Going to count it. Foul on Llewellyn. So Hawkins is going to have a chance to lead a three-point play here and cut this lead down to 21. That foul is on, I believe, Madeline. They got Kaylee on the board. So she completes it, knocks it down into Souter now. Back to Kaylee. She on the attack, goes back over to Souter. And then Jeter hits Kaya. Kaya goes up, no good. Here comes Austin now. Lee on the attack. Throws it across court to Hawkins. She thought about it. Turns it over. Jeter with it now. Jeter on the attack up to Souter. Souter kicks it back out to Kaya. Back to Jeter now. Musketeers need to get in an offense. Goes to Souter. The ball is being batted around, saved, and we're going to have a jump ball. And it's going to stay with the Musketeers. Collins set the check back in. She's going to get Furnish. So on the near side, Kaylee sets inbound for the Musketeers. Into Kaylee. Kaylee into Jeter, back to Kaylee. Llewellyn with it now. Looks, skips it over to Souter. Souter skips it back over to Kaylee. Madeline with it down the left corner, comes back up top. Looking for help. Goes to Kaya. Kaya goes to Jeter. Jeter with it. She loses it. It's going to be out of bounds. Going to go stay with the Musketeers. So 2:41 to go in the ball game. Kaylee sets inbound it. Ball goes into Jeter now. 42-21 Musketeer lead. Jeter comes across, goes to Kaylee. Goes to Souter now. Goes over to Madeline. Goes to Kaylee in the corner. And she's not a good pass. Drops it out of bounds. Knight sets the check back in. She checks in for Madeline.
2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the game.
Yep. The Lady Eagles has cut this 26-point lead down to 21 with 2:20 to go in the ball game. Here comes three by Hawkins, no good. Offensive rebound by Buckle, and she's going to go up and get fouled and go to the free throw line by 2 shots. Foul is on Jeter. That'll be the Musketeers' 18th foul and Jeter's first personal of the ball game. You know, Musketeers have kind of got away from what got them the big lead. First one's up by Buckle, and it is no good. Second one here by Buckle. It's up and good. So Kaylee inbounds it, 20-point lead for the Musketeers. Into Knight, back to Kaylee. Back to Knight. Dangerous pass. She comes across the timeline. And we're picking our dribble up in a bad spot. We're going to have a jump ball, and we're going to give it back to the Eagles. So, here come the Eagles. Hargrave with it. Guarded by Jeter. Hargrave drives, kicks it out to Hawkins. Hawkins on the drive, kicks it out to Lee now. Back to Hawkins, over to Hargrave. Hargrave drives, nothing there. Gives it to Lee, ball loose. She picks it back up now. Goes to Collins, is deflected out of bounds to Souder. Going to stay with the Lady Eagles with 1:35 to go in the ball game. 42-22, Musketeer lead. Trying to get it in. Ball inbounded to Hargrave, stolen by Jeter. Here comes Kaylee on the drive. Gives it back to Jeter now. Up to Souder. Souder on the attack, goes to Kaylee. Over to Knight. She thought about a three. Now she goes to Kaylee. Kaylee over to Jeter. Souder. Back over to Kaylee. Goes to Jeter. Back to Kaylee. Hits Souder. Cuts across the middle. Got it. 44-22, Musketeer lead. 1:05 to go in the ball game. Here comes Hargrave. Goes to the lead. Back to Hargrave. Hargrave on the drive. Hands it off to Hawkins now. Hawkins to Collins. She drives baseline. Goes up. Wild shot. Rebounded by Jeter. Throws it up to Knight. Knight with it. Throws a nice bounce pass to Kaylee. And she got it. So that'll make it 46-22 with 30 seconds to go in the ball game. The Musketeers are going to come out here and improve their record to 3-1. All that's left is the final score now. The Eagles with it. Hawkins looks to drive baseline, cut off by Knight. Goes back to Hargrave at the top. Goes to Buckle. She thought about it. She drives baseline. She's going to give it to Hawkins. Hawkins on the drive now, goes in. A little runner, no good. Rebound to Kaya. And that should be the ball game as we won't even have to cross. We can hold it, not cross the timeline. And the Musketeers are going to come away with a 46-22 win. So, first conference win for the Musketeers. And it'll get them back in the win column at 3-1. So, what'd you think, Chase?
I felt like we did a lot of good things, improved on stuff that we didn't do very good last night. We got to work on not picking up the ball right after we pass timeline. I feel like Kaylee did very good when she had to fill in for her sister.
Yeah, I agree. I thought Kaylee had a big game. It was good to see Gracie Lewis knock down some shots. Christina was a big spark there in the first half. There's a lot of positives, but there's still a lot of work to be done here with this team. As the turnovers, the unforced turnovers, they're going to go against a Salem team next week that's going to press them, trap them, and we've seen it last night and tonight with pressure. We kind of struggled, so we got to do a better job with that. As you know, we'll have a week now to prepare for Salem as we'll travel up there Friday night. But, the bottom line is the Musketeers come away with a 46-22 win. And kind of just took control over there late in the first quarter. And, you got to give credit there to Christina, who come in and scored 6 straight to push it out to a 6-point lead when it was tied at 7 to end the first quarter, and then we kind of just took off in the second quarter from there. And our press didn't do a lot for us, but it kept them kind of off balance. And once again, we eliminated them to one shot and out. And offensively, we moved the basketball. When we did things well, we moved the basketball. We did a lot better job. So. Once again, the Musketeers pull out a 46-22 win. It's a good way to rebound after a heartbreaking loss last night, losing that one there at home. To bounce back like this in a convincing win, just time to get back in the gym. It was a good Saturday night for the Lady Musketeers. 2 wins. JV wins in overtime, 27-24, and the varsity pulls out a 46-22 victory. As Chase, unless you got anything else, we'll call it a night.
I'm good.
All right, appreciate Chase being on air. Next Friday night, hopefully have Wes back because he's, watching Taylor this weekend, and you can't blame him for that. That's her final season. Haven't heard how she did today. Hopefully she got a win. But once again, we'll be up at Salem calling that one next Friday night. So this is Mikey and Chase. There's nothing else, buddy?
Nope.
All right. God bless, and we'll talk to you Friday night.